This is Mufumi village, deep in Bugiri district in Busoga region, eastern Uganda. Life is uneventful here, and time seems to move much slower than it does in other parts of the country. The majority of people here live in mud and wattle houses, which tells it all about the high poverty levels in the area. Some of the 600 residents who call this place home settled here ages ago after migrating from different parts of the country. To get a clearer understanding of this social and health problem, we visited one of the families that has nearly lost the war against jiggers and lives in abject poverty. Jiggers not only inflict pain in people's feet, but the germs have also forced some residents, like this little girl, to walk awkwardly while others have been rendered immobile. The woman of the home says she regularly smears cow dung on the dusty floors to keep away fleas that spread jiggers, but her efforts have not helped much. Catherine Akayorit, one of the neighbors to this family, says their lack of means has exacerbated their condition. She also blames local leaders for failing to enforce high hygiene standards.
But because of jiggers here is excessive poverty and also personal hygiene. Now they leave the work to the chairman LOC1. Chairman LOC1 is an elected leader who fears to impose anything on what? On a person. Because our people have got a tendency, if you bother them so much, clean your road, clean your house, they will not elect you again. He says that we should clean our roads. Why shouldn't she herself or himself come here to clean what? Our road.
Deeper in Mufumi village lives 84-year-old Simon Obonyo. His plight is not helped by the fact that he lives by himself. Mzee Simon Obonyo is yet another victim of the jigger problem here in Mufumi village. He has endured many years of suffering and has resigned to his fate since he has no money to get medical attention. Mzee Obonyo, zino mvunza zikulumye miaka mmeka?
Okutandikira mu kyenda munya n'okutuusa kati ebibalo byangwako naye nga olabira ddala wano ng'obuntu bugira butikya.
Obonyo's wife died, and his only daughter, who is married in a nearby village, drops by a few times. Well-wishers in the neighborhood also come in once in a while to offer a helping hand. Medical experts say jiggers are spread by fleas that thrive in dusty environments. It also follows that those with poor hygiene standards are the most affected. We asked Mzee Obonyo whether he shares the house with animals, since experts say this is a sure way of transmission.
Sirina wade nkoko wade usekoko wade kasolo sirina.
However, Bugiri district chairman Siraji Liavala downplays the extent of the jigger problem.
So that tradition used to be there of sleeping together with our animals. Yeah. But then no. Those are still isolated cases where people sleep with animals in their houses.
We moved on to Nagongera village in Bulida sub-county, where residents gave us harrowing tales of the pain and suffering jiggers inflicted on one of their neighbors.
I'm at
the homestead of a 76-year-old man who passed away 3 weeks ago, and the locals believe it was because of jiggers. They say that this was probably the worst case here in Nagongera village, and that right there is the late's dwelling place. The people fear approaching it till now because they believe that jiggers inhabit the place. George Wangira, a nursing officer at Bugiri Hospital, speaks of the severity of jiggers when left unattended to.
Jiggers can kill somebody if not treated, and it can kill in several ways. For example, one can get infected with the tetanus and can die of what? With the tetanus. Others get other different infections because of multiple jiggers, and they can die of what? Of septicemia, of bacterial infection. Others can die of jiggers because they can share the soft pins or sharps for removing the what? The jiggers.
The jigger menace seems dire, but the leaders we spoke to in Busoga contend that this is not as alarming as it was in the past. They argue that many more people are now educated and the levels of hygiene have improved tremendously. Some Busoga leaders have blamed the problem on rampant poverty, but what baffles many observers is why the problem seems to be more pronounced here, yet other parts of the country live in similar or even worse conditions of poverty. Chris Ochamringa, NTV.